Hi everyone, this is Holographic Diva from Instagram. The video that I will be doing today will be trying 3 foundations. So I will be trying the Beauty Creations Flawless Day Foundation in the shade 5.0. I will also be using the Makiage foundation, Woke Up Like This foundation in the shade 85, which is a medium neutral undertone. And I will also be using the one and only Pure Love Your Selfie 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie in the shade right here, MN7, which is the last medium undertone in the neutral category. As you guys know, this is the foundation shade that I use as my guide because I don't need to add either orange, I don't need to add a yellow undertone to make it match. So this is my exact shade in this bottle, and this is my summer shade. The Beauty Creations foundation, what I will do as an experiment with this to make it work, and I'll teach you how to do it. And lastly, this is also my my second foundation shade match if you're gonna use me as a reference for this particular foundation. This is my exact match as well in this brand. The purpose of my video is just to show you my reference shades if you're gonna use me as a reference, and we will continue with this video. So I recently figured out that I was a neutral undertone. I've known this, but sometimes companies make these types of foundation shades a little in the pinkier side, which doesn't really help. But these two brands, the 2 out of the 3 brands, Makiage and Pure, have made the foundation to a point where I could just use it without needing to add concealer, without needing to contour or bronze out. So it's really, and it's a good thing because that way I don't need to, you know, add an extra step to make it work. To some people, this doesn't bother them. To some people, it doesn't bother them.
There's an empty parking space.
To some people, it doesn't bother them. But to me, because I'm on the go, I rather use a foundation that just works and just run with it. That way I don't have to, you know, worry about if I'm going to look ashy over here or if I'm going to look a little too dark. So first and foremost, let's get into the Makiage foundation. So I'll match it to my neck. I'll match it to my neck right here. You'll see it's Makiage. And then you'll see right now that this indeed is my shade. And that it'll eventually just, you know, with the temperature of my body, it'll just melt. As you could see, it really got rid of the acne blemish right there, and then it just melted into the skin. Then I will use the Pure foundation. I will put it at the other side of my neck. This one comes out with less product. It comes out a little bit, you know, drier, but it is such a beautiful, beautiful foundation. Look at it. Yep. Look at it for a little bit. It's, you know, it's there. It's barely there. And this is all done in natural lighting in my car. And it's really important to do this in natural lighting because at the end of the day, you're going to be outside and you're going to, you know, need to look presentable and look natural instead of just adding the extra layers. That's just my opinion. Some people like to do different things and I totally respect that, but this is how I like to do it. This is how I feel comfortable. Then I will use the Beauty Creations foundation so that I can show you. I'm just going to put these three together and then I'm going to show you how they go up against each other. So the one right here that I'm going to start with, that I'm going to start on the left side, it's the Pure. That's the MN7, the last medium neutral foundation shade. That's my shade. Then I'm going to go to Il Makiage in the shade 85, Woke Up Like This foundation. You could see they're very similar to each other. And then lastly, I'm going to use the Beauty Creations foundation. This one I love and hate relationship with because it looks good when you put it on, but then it oxidizes about 1.5 to 2.0 shades darker than it is expected. So usually I think the person who made the brand expects the person to use concealer and also use the powder, the setting powder to kind of make it work. But there's times where I just don't really have time for that. So I'm not really going to go and reach for this foundation. Although it has a really beautiful finish. It's affordable. But I'm not going to be reaching out to it often. So if you have, if you're trying to, you know, if you need to make a choice, you got to take these things into consideration. What's more important to you? Do you just want to run with the foundation and just put it on and be ready to be where you want it and where you need to be? Or are you willing to make the extra time to adjust the foundation so that it can work? Or are you also willing to put it on your neck so that you can have an even match, even if that's not the necessary match? Those are the two things that you can take into consideration. In this video, I'm not going to say, hey, one is better than the other one. I'm going to grade it based on lifestyle. And based on the needs of the skin. So without that, I will wear the three foundations and how I make them work, and you'll make the choice to see which one is the one you see, that one that fits your needs. So I'm gonna take this off. So I'm gonna take this off. And run with it. So to continue, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Pure Foundation 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie. So I'm gonna use it right now. The cool thing about this one is that you could use it with a pump, and also you can take it off with a doe foot applicator if you're in a rush and you just don't want to deal with the pump. So I'm gonna put this on and you'll see what I mean. It comes out a little runny like that. And the funny thing is, like, can you see the foundation? Which is something that I really look for, because to tell you the truth, I still want my skin to feel like it's skin. I got this foundation on special while shopping at Kohl's. I got it for about $18.50, which was not a bad deal actually. However, the thing that I don't like is that I had to order this one online because they don't have it. They don't have this specific foundation in stores. I don't know why they do that, but it was just, I waited for about a week for it to ship to store, and I prefer the foundation to be shipped into the store because I've had a bad experience with their shipping, and so they failed to let me know that they shipped my product and that it arrived, and they never gave me a tracking number. So then by the time that I was wondering what happened to it, it ended up already being here, which is, to them it's like, oh well, that's, you know, it's efficient. But I would have liked to have known. I would have liked to know, like, that the foundation is coming, because my neighborhood isn't always the best place for shipping to come through. Sometimes I've had people steal stuff from me when I order something, and that's not cool. And as you could see, it's starting to melt into my skin, which I really love. And this is in the shade MN7. And it's amazing because it doesn't look cakey. It'll just go on with you, and it moves with your skin. It doesn't make it look cakey. However, if you wanted to stay put all day, just use a good setting spray. I like to use the infamous Morphe setting spray, the one in white, the one that kind of makes your foundation look matte. I really love that one. And then as you can see, like, it creates this segue with my skin. It creates this connection with my skin without, you know, changing the skin color, which is pretty amazing. And there's very few foundations that I can do this with. And look, this is perfect for the girl that doesn't really want to kind of deal with the shade. And also however, the cool thing about this brand is that it has 100 foundation shades, which to some people this seems like it doesn't make sense. It's a little too much. It's confusing to navigate and know which foundation shade you might be. However, the brand, one thing the brand does have is they have samples. They charge you $10 for it, which is not a bad price. However, you have to really look into the skin, the undertone, to kind of get your foundation shade. To kind of understand that my foundation shade is MN7. I bought like 4 samples of the foundation shades that I thought was closest to my skin, and so I ended up matching this one. The other I bought from MN6, MN7, TN1, and TN2. Those were the 4 foundation shades. MN6, MN7, TN1, and TN2. Those were the 4 foundation shades that I got, but I ended up matching this one, which was pretty cool. I wish that it had more that there was more promotion for it. I wish they had more shades available at the stores, just to get like a better match. Hopefully, if you're watching, hopefully you take notes from this, because we do need the 100 shades. No one deserves to be left out from the shade range category, and no one deserves to be like mixing shades. I think it's the responsibility of the brand to do their to study their clientele, to do research when it comes to creating options for people of color, just people in general who have problems finding their shade. It already is difficult because of the way companies assign categories to undertones, and also the formula comes into play. So it'll be just a little bit more nicer if, you know, more companies came up with more foundation shades. As you could see, you can't even tell that it's there, which is something that I absolutely love. This is perfect for a job interview. It's perfect for, you know, just if you just want to go out and have this natural look, you can feel confident in your skin here. It's just, you know, enhancing the skin that you already have. This is perfect. I mean, I put a little bit more just to kind of help me blend it a little bit faster. That's just how I like to do it. But this is beautiful. This is really beautiful.
You done? I'm almost talking.
This is beautiful, you guys. This is beautiful. So yeah, this foundation, it looks stunning. What do you guys think? Could you tell that it's there? I think it's pretty amazing. Now we're going to move to Makiage. I took off this foundation, and it's really hot outside right now. So now I will be using the Makiage foundation, and I'll be using it with a different sponge. I'm gonna use this one. This is the one from BH Cosmetics. I'll prime using the Baby Skin foundation. Actually, wait a minute, it's a primer. So I'll use the baby skin primer from Maybelline, which I feel like this is amazing. It costs between $5 to $7. $5 on Amazon, $7 you can get it at CVS. I think it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It erases all your pores and it's super affordable. The sad thing is that they're running out. Hopefully they're gonna make a different another type. But hopefully they're making another type of foundation. So this really blurs out your pores, which I really love. I forgot to take off the foundation from my neck. And I will start using this one. I really like this foundation as well. I use this, like I said, this one and the one from Pure. I use these as my reference shades because they fit perfect. Look at this. Look at this, you guys. Look at this. This is amazing. Where's the foundation, you guys? Where is it? Foundation? I don't know her. This is my skin. I don't know what foundation you're talking about. See? Il Makiage is just that good. It's just that bitch. Like, you can't even argue with her because she's just that amazing. You can't argue with her. And I don't think any foundation could argue with her right now. Because this is amazing. For someone who doesn't, I mean, if you're a full coverage person, I suggest you build this up. But for me, this is more than enough. This is what I didn't even know I needed. It's that good. I'm gonna put some a little bit more in the forehead because I have some redness. My forehead's a little bit darker than the rest of my skin. So I'll put some a little bit more there, just to kind of show you what it does. It's amazing. It's amazing what it does. Do you see the foundation? You obviously don't see the foundation. This is just my skin. It's that good. It's that good. It's perfect. Where is it? It's nowhere. There it is. It's there. This is amazing. I'm gonna go wipe this off camera, and then I'm going to show you how to use the Beauty Creations foundation if that's something that you're looking to because of the cost. Okay, so let me wipe this off. But honestly, I would not be wiping this off if I wasn't trying the Beauty Creations foundation. I would just keep this on the whole day. If there was only one foundation that I could have to choose to purchase, it'll be this one, Makiage. And plus that program that they have where you can just try it for 14 days. Hella good. Hella good. Yep. This is how I look with no foundation. You can't really tell much the difference. And then now I'm going to show you how I would use the Beauty Creations foundation if that's the option that I'm looking into, because I want to support the brand and because I like the way it covers. So I'm going to take an additional step. Give me 1 second. I'll go grab that right back. So now I'm back with it. What I'm going to show you is that I'm going to be using the Beauty Creations foundation. And I will be using the LA Girl Pro Color Foundation Mixing Pigment in white. And I'll be using this shade 5.0. The brand claims that this foundation shade is a neutral undertone for medium skin tones. I will be using half a pump just to get my color and get going. The reason I'll be using the half a pump is just because it gets my color, and a little goes a long way, especially using this pigment. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't alter the formula of the foundation. It's just coloring. But in this case, I'll make it a little bit lighter just so that it could be near my skin color. So I'll be using half a pump. So half a pump is just not pressing so much. Actually, this is 1 pump. It's half a pump. It's fairly smaller, like that. It's like the second one, the one that I'm pointing at with my finger. That's the one. And then I'll be using 1 pump of the foundation. And then I'll mix them together. And you're seeing that a little has gone a long way. You see? You see how big that is? I'm going to prime again since I took off the previous foundation. I'm going to prime with the same primer, which is the Baby Skin foundation, but this has to go into your skin right before. You cannot mix it with any other foundation, especially not this one, because it will oxidize and it'll look really nasty. It'll look a little too yellow for your liking or pink for your liking, and it looks unnatural. So I'm dabbing it with my finger because I feel like it just goes on better. And so I'll be using this sponge. This, I got it from the Indelible shop from Lola. Pretty affordable, like $8. And then I'll just start putting on the foundation. And a little is going to go a long way. So I don't even bother putting that much. And there it is. I use the bottom part just to kind of make it, work. And then I'll use the sides if it's getting difficult to blend. And see, this is the closest match. Damn, I guess this isn't is not going to blend as quickly. So I'm just going to add another pump. So yeah, I just took a piece of that other pump, and it's going to oxidize pretty soon, so don't worry about that. So yeah, this is the trick to this one, which if you don't have the time and the patience, this may not be it for you. But it is the finish is beautiful. But if you don't have the patience and the time, this may not be it. So you could see that it kind of has the similar color to the Makiage, and also the Pure Love Your Selfie foundation. This is the closest match if you're looking at foundation and you are going to, and you're using me as a reference. See, the foundation's already there. It's already there. And I'm just going to apply some to my eyes just to make this a more of a uniform look. And then yeah, this one does need the setting. You need to set it and, you know, use that setting spray. You do need to take additional steps for this one. If you have the patience and the time, go for it. If not, you have different options. So I'm gonna set this one with the Morphe matte setting spray. It's actually called the Morphe Matte and Fine Continuous Setting Spray. I know right now it's not a good idea to be saying that you use Morphe, but this one works wonders. And if you are the type of person that has hooded eyelids that crease, this is a good solution. But I'll make that the next video on how I use this for that particular problem, because I do have that problem. And I love how it smells. It kind of reminds me of bubblegum makeup when I was growing up, which I really love. And this stays put the whole day. I've used this for job interviews, and believe me, this has stayed put. I've even had Zoom meetings in my car, and right now with the summer heat, makeup melts really easily and clogs your pores, and this one has kept it as much as it can. It's melted it a little bit because, I mean, it's a natural thing to do because it's on your skin, so your skin is sweating, so it's going to melt whatever's on top of it. But it stayed a trooper. If you have money and this is on special, I suggest you go get it. And with this one, you won't even need like a setting powder at all. With this one, you're Gucci. You just put your you just do your brows, you put on a lip gloss, do your mascara. We're good here. Thank you for I'm going to end this video on a note. Do what you can, stay strong, and you know, I thank you for watching this video. Leave a comment, give it a thumbs up, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.